There's been a lot of emails, opinions, name calling, and misinformation being thrown at you all this election season. You're probably trying to sift through all the recent statements and rhetoric just like I am. Well, let me share with you what's been happening and what's going to happen when we as a union set a new course for our future. Let's start by talking about accountability. For the last 6 years as your National Vice President and your Chief Financial Officer, I have fought to bring accountability to our national office. Yes, it has ruffled some feathers, and it has bred a few witch hunts over the years. And yes, I did give our National Assistant Mike Rizzo absolute hell when he purchased a $1,000 chair for his home office with our dues money, which his good buddy, our current president, approved. I did question our Region 1 Vice President Luke Drake over some serious indiscretions, the least of which was his hiding his personal cable bill in his past vouchers for years, which I ultimately had to deny. And yes, last year I did bring to light the seriousness of our current president, who is not enforcing many provisions of the ATO and AVS contracts, and chooses not to attend critical meetings in DC that would have prepared us to negotiate over our tech ops pay. All this while he spends $250,000 of our dues money on his personal travel year after year. When you sent me to our national office 6 years ago, like many of you, I was excited about the possibility of change. Unfortunately, what I've seen is a president that has no desire to elevate past the media, no desire to tackle tough staffing shortages, and no desire to fix the broken pay system that plagues tech ops. And you know what? We can't afford the status quo anymore. When we talk about media communications, well, it isn't rocket science. Others have already laid the roadmap with proven steps that we could implement starting tomorrow. There is absolutely no reason the public should be unaware of who PASS is and what we do for them. For us to operate at the next level as an organization, we must begin to start doing the hard work of working with the media. We also continue to have staffing issues nationwide in both ATO and AVS. There have been multiple OIG reports that point out the FAA's poor staffing and calls for a major change in how they do business. We must capitalize on this exposure and bring the FAA and hold them accountable. We have lost our way on pay. We have accepted and become comfortable with an accidental pay plan that causes division and drives a wedge in our tech ops workforce. We have ignored this issue even though our members have screamed at us to address it at the table. We did not prepare for the last round of negotiations, and the time to start preparing for the next round is right now. You know, we're almost a year into this contract, and once again, we have done nothing to prepare for the next round. And let me touch on privatization. My position on this is no secret. I do not support privatization. It's bad for PASS, it's bad for the FAA, and it's bad for the aviation industry. I've spent countless hours talking on panels, lobbying members of Congress, and taking on Chairman Schuster directly at an AFL-CIO meeting when our president couldn't bother to show up to yet another important meeting. I do support PASS being in the room for discussions and keeping us relevant in the aviation community. We must make sure we are in the room voicing our opinion and representing our members no matter how difficult the topic is. Brothers and sisters, the status quo has got to go. We cannot continue to miss opportunities in the media, continue to blow off our contracts, and continue to make poor financial decisions by having a president who wants to purchase $3,000 ice sculptures for meetings. As a labor union, we must have accountability from our national office to its membership. I'm Rich Casey, and as your president, I expect you to hold me and the rest of the PASS leadership accountable to all of the membership. Thank you.